What does a narcissist means when he says I love you? And what consequences will it have for you if you are the object of a narcissistic love? Make sure you watch this video right until the end to protect yourself from what is coming. My name is Darina and I'm doing my psychology postgrad in Australia. Let's get started. Narcissistic love is always a fairy tale with a terrible ending, because it is almost impossible to believe that such a scenario of magical romance followed by horrendous abuse can even happen. So only people who have been through narcissistic abuse can believe it. One psychologist said that every story of violence begins with a love story, and it applies to all narcissists. Narcissists love with a very specific, really mad love, if it can even be called love. Their love is fierce, obsessive and manic. These people cannot build healthy relationships because they are not entirely healthy. A person with NPD has no self-concept and no inner reference points. They can't draw on past experiences because there is no self-reflection. They don't have access to their emotions, their reactions or their mental processes. Their style of interacting with society changes depending on where they want to fit in and who they want to impress. There are a lot of cognitive distortions. There is a huge void inside them that they're trying to fill with other people all the time. So when a narcissistic person says, I love you, it means that they found everything in you, everything without exaggeration. So you are going to have to serve the roles of many people. And when they say, you're my universe, you're my world, you're my air, you're the meaning of my life, you're my everything, you're the best thing in my life, it's really true. And they're not lying, they're not pretending, and they're not acting. It's really true, and it's very scary. I know you can say, well, isn't it wonderful when someone finds everything in you? And here is the catch. Narcissistic love equals narcissistic abuse always, because if you don't live up to their expectations and parameters, to their ideas of the ideal person, and surely you'll end up not living up to it, because it's their fantasy, it's their made-up image of a perfect person. No one can be perfect all the time and play the roles of so many people. The average person who has their life cannot correspond to these ideas about ideal love, and then at some point when the narcissist sees your imperfections and inconsistency with their fantasies, the narcissist will violently destroy your whole life and destroy everything that has meaning for you, because their whole life was held solely on the victim, and the world they created in their heads also collapses. Everything falls apart like a structure made of sand, and the shame and disappointment a narcissist feels at that moment makes them destroy you as a reminder of their own failure. Therefore, they'll make it your fault. You couldn't meet their standards, so they will destroy you and go find someone else who can do it, which, as you can assume, is a never-ending process. By the way, guys, if you are getting value of this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me as a new creator to develop this channel. Or else, when a narcissist says I love you, it means that you have probably already passed the test for lack of personal boundaries. The narcissist saw you as a perfect donor, ready to give and ask for nothing in return. He saw a great number of resources for himself, plus flexibility, tolerance, acceptance, willingness to love and willingness to tolerate. Also, he saw a victimhood. What is the victimhood? It's the ability to sacrifice, to give to the detriment of oneself. And now his or her task is just merging, achieving complete identification with the partner and dissolving all personal boundaries. Formula of narcissistic love: you are me and I am you. But you have no rights to anything of your own, and I have rights to everything, including you. God willing, the toothbrush will remain in your personal use. So no more personal space, personal time, or contacts with parents or friends. They will be jealous of work, of children, they'll be jealous of the cattle, of technology, and of the computer. It's total control, it's total capture, the absorption, and at the end it's suffocation. They suck out the soul of you, they drain your body, they claim not only your time and space but even your thoughts. They really want to control your thoughts and they call it love. It's also a kind of self-deception for themselves because they love themselves through their partner. The worst thing awaits in the end. Two things are expected of you if you went through a narcissistic love, and the first one is death. Yes, they are able to destroy physically, but first of all, it is a psychological death. They get high when they see that from the healthy, strong and bright person, only a shadow is left. So when the person becomes completely broken, it can be thrown away. And the second thing a narcissist wants is to become the person the victim is, as if to build into that person and take their place. It even sounds psychedelic, but some of them even admit to it. Yes, I associate myself with my partner. Actually, guys, if you're going to see the movie Talented Mr. Ripley, it's a very old movie, you can see this pattern of stealing a person's life and personality literally. And that's why they steal ideas and accomplish the dreams of the victim after they have disposed of them. They can also keep their victims' things for a long time. They persecute them, they appropriate all the victim's achievements outwardly. They may not become like their victim, but internally they attribute everything to themselves, the world through your sensations. Feel with your senses and experience the emotions that you experience. Because returning to what I said, what I talked about at the beginning of the video, they initially lack a personality structure and are lacking in experiencing normal human emotions. Physiological functions are there, but the ability to feel the taste of life is not. That's why narcissists often resort to substance abuse or to feel at least some intensity of emotions. So narcissistic love is the kind of love that lasts until the last breath. Sometimes, unfortunately, not their own breath, but the victim's breath. Quite interestingly, they can and do have numerous love affairs and chaotic relationships on the side, as they need to support the egos when a main victim starts seeing their true colors. Can a narcissist change, especially if they claim so? Giving a narcissistic person a second chance is equivalent to giving them time to sharpen knives and forks so that their victim tastes better. So save yourself and run. If you want to know what exact traits a person has to possess to qualify for narcissistic personality disorder according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Health Disorders, click here to watch this video. Look after yourself and your loved ones, and I will see you in the next video.